The search for a missing man from Portage has come to a tragic end. The body of Floyd Roach was found last night. The 71-year-old was reported missing on Wednesday after not checking in with his family for about 3 days. Around 5:30 last night, tire tracks were found near the 14-mile marker of I-94 in Berrien County. Search party was dispatched and they found Roach's body and a vehicle in a wooded area. Police say it appears he suffered a medical condition before going off the road and hitting a tree. They are still investigating that situation. Roach formerly taught and coached cross country at Portage Middle School. We have learned the name of the suspect at Friday's incident at the Crossroads Mall in Portage that caused the mall to be evacuated. Investigators say charges have been authorized against 22-year-old Mitchell Meester for giving a false report or threat of terrorism as well as resisting police. They say his father told police that Mitchell Meester claimed he was going to shoot up the mall. Around the same time, 911 dispatchers started to get several more calls, one allegedly reporting 3 people dead. Police say Meester tried to run away but was arrested at the area of Shoring Road near Oakland Drive. His cell phone was smashed near him and he did not have a weapon. Investigators say he's believed to be the person behind those 911 calls. He's being held currently in the Kalamazoo County Jail on $250,000 bond. A 2-car crash in Georgetown Township may have been caused by a driver who ran 2 red lights. It happened yesterday a little before 1 p.m. near Chicago Drive at 12th Avenue. According to the Ottawa County Sheriff's Department, a woman eastbound on Chicago Drive ran a red light, went into the median, and then ran another red light. She then hit a delivery truck that was headed the other way and caused it to flip. The woman was taken to the hospital. She's in stable condition. The other driver only had minor injuries. Police say that alcohol could be a factor. Is that manifested in people switching jobs so often now and saying, well, I'll figure out what I want to do when I'm blank? Well, then 25 turns into 30, turns into 37, turns into, oh my gosh, I'm still in my mom's basement.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Kelly. It's been 2 weeks now and details are continuing to come out about that deadly runaway train crash in Canada. The country's Transportation Safety Board determined that braking force applied was insufficient to hold the unmanned train. That just means the brakes were not strong enough. 38 people were killed in the 4th of July weekend crash near Quebec. The 73-car train derailed after it broke loose, and at least 40 buildings were destroyed in that accident.
More muscle fiber recruitment, which is great. Also, let's put them on the ground. I want to see you do a push-up holding on to those.
Okay, do we want to go this way or this way with the hands?
You can have your hands just like that.
Okay.
And use them to stabilize and then do a push-up. Very challenging, yes?
Yeah.
Because they wiggle, right? But it's
Before I send it back, Mike and Sarah, I got to tell you a couple of really interesting, cool things that have happened already this morning. Number one, as soon as we got here in Fremont, we're standing here and I say, Troy, is that what I think it is? And we look up and there was a bald eagle flying overhead, so that is very cool. And number two, on the way here, we were listening to BBC Radio. We were listening to the Open Championship, the British Open, the greatest golf tournament in the world, in my opinion. We emailed them and said we were listening, and Sat Truck Troy and I got a shout out on the BBC this morning. So if anybody can top a bald eagle and shout out on the BBC and baby food, well, let us know, because you've had one heck of a day. Mike and Sarah? Morning, Mike. We're talking about a Hartside Park. It's on Ionia between Wealthy and Cherry, right alongside US 131 and right next to the new downtown market in Grand Rapids. In the first 6 months of 2010, there were 6 arrests there. So far this year, there have been 45. The city spent about $1 million sprucing the place up, putting in a splash pad for kids, bathrooms, a pavilion, and a basketball court. But that stuff's not getting a lot of use. Police tell us arrests have been made recently for crack cocaine and other drugs. We heard about a stabbing from somebody nearby. And then there's a recent incident that has really kept people away. A nude woman arrested for having sex with several men behind a restroom. It's not exactly what you would call family friendly at the moment.
There's a problem, anywhere in the city. I mean, it seems to be accentuated a little bit because of the Hartside community and people using the parks for some of the illegal activity that they're doing, and we're responding to that and trying to take as much enforcement as we can down there.
I've definitely lost customers because of it. There's, women that just, some guys too, but women that just will not come down here because they're afraid, and I don't blame them.
That was the voice of a business owner nearby who didn't want to be identified. Now, GRPD is utilizing regular beat patrols, special response teams, and undercover officers, and working with community groups to try and clean everything up at that park. Live in the newsroom, Tim Doty, Fox 17 News. A basketball star from Muskegon gunned down 10 years ago in Indianapolis. As his family continues to ask why, they got together along the lakeshore to remember Kelsey Wilson yesterday. He played college ball at Butler University, played professionally in the ABA. His mother told Fox 17 that he was in Indy when he and a friend were gunned down late one night. Not much more is known about the shooting to this day, and the murder remains unsolved. Saturday, his family got together to remember him and celebrate his life and legacy. His mother hopes that people who know anything about this crime or any other will speak up and report it to police because family always wants answers.
Just because it's not your parents that's grieving today, who say that they won't grieve next week, next month, next year for the same crime that you've committed?
When these cases, when people don't cooperate, you're hurting those families from getting closure.
If you have any information regarding any crime in the Muskegon area, call Silent Observer 231-72-CRIME. Well, good morning again, Mike and Sarah. Earlier I asked what would a fair be without the animals. We found out that would be a festival, but now I can say I don't think there's an answer here. What would a fair, Becca, be without fair food and drinks?
They'd be hungry and thirsty.
Hungry and it would be not fun, I believe.
Yeah.
If you're hearing a little echo, we are inside one of the vendors' trailers here, and we are making the staple of fresh squeezed lemonade.
Yes. Yep.
You want to walk me through it here?
Sure, I do. Go ahead and give that a squeeze. So you're going to pull that
So
while
it
we're done.
truly is fresh squeezed
It is,
because
yep.
I am squeezing it here.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
So we do one lemon or
Yep.
two lemons?
We're just doing one for
one
this
lemon,
size.
okay.
Yep. And then you take that out and put it in the cup.
Put it in the cup. Take
With
my
this
juice.
cup, actually put this
Oh,
in the
that
cup.
cup. See, I've already messed it up.
Yep.
We can't sell this one now.
And you're supposed to put this immediately under there so we don't
Okay.
waste anything. Okay.
Now the key
Yep.
is
one
real.
level, like a whole level scoop.
Look at that. That's what
It's
makes
fancy,
it so
yeah.
good.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to go down here and you're going to fill it up with ice.
By the way, we did wash our hands after
Yes.
handling the hogs.
And you're going to make it go all the way to the top.
All the way to the top, okay.
And this is a recipe with the ice. We're not trying to take you out of your full glass of lemonade. A lot of people think that, but
Now,
we actually have to have.
the woman who runs this
Yep,
was going to be here with us, but you went and woke her up,
yeah.
truly knocked on the door
Yeah,
and woke her
dragged
up,
her right
so
out
she
of bed.
wasn't ready, so you're nominated.
And Renee's family, it's the Bain Family Concessions, and they've been on the fairgrounds for 50 years, every year. So Renee grew up doing this.
Because I asked you earlier, I said you have to have some families who do this, and this is
Right.
one of them.
Yeah.
So this was Dad's Trailers, right?
Correct, yes, and out of Waterford, Michigan.
And the recipe is because you want it cold enough.
Cold enough.
It's not to scrimp on supplies here.
Yeah. And then the ice helps, break the sugar up and
Okay.
mix it up.
So now
So you're going to fill that up with water.
Okay. Again, the water pressure here.
Yeah, very nice.
I've stayed in hotels that don't
set
have
it down.
this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then you're going to tap it with this, and we're going to make sure we get it on there really good.
Oh, this is where the
And this
fun
is the
could
key.
happen
You got to
here.
get this shaken up really well.
Okay.
You got to get. Oh yeah, hold on. You might be crooked. We don't want to lose it.
She's laughing. She doesn't want to go on camera, but
Yeah, she's laughing at you. Yeah.
See, there you go. Let's eat your heart out, Tom
There you go.
Cruise.
Okay.
Now we go
You flip
upside
it over.
down.
Yep, and then take that guy off. There you go.
Okay, now
If you need to add
top
a little,
it off a little bit.
bit water. Yep.
But the key is a good shake to get it really foamy.
Right. Okay, put it back down, or we're gonna crumple it all up.
And then we serve it. Let's talk fair food here
Sure.
because it has to have changed a little bit. You've been coming here since you were a kid. You've been working here about a dozen
Right.
years or so or
Yep.
involved. Is it all just something that you don't even pay attention to anymore, or does the occasional thing show up that you say, oh my gosh, what is that?
Yeah. No, every once in a while you'll get something. One year we had a trailer that came in that had alligator. And that was, everybody was like, wow, that's really interesting. And so, lots of people ate it, and but they only made it 1 year. So
I was going to say, I didn't see it this year, so I'm guessing it wasn't a hit.
And so there's every once in a while, like I remember when the elephant ear was I remember the discussions. I remember what it's like. This is this thing, and it's flat, and it's like a donut, but it's not. And
it's
so
awesome.
yeah, when you're around here your whole life, it is.
Do you ever get tempted to have one, or after this long, do you?
No,
ignore
I
it?
eat it every day. As a matter of fact, I was was trying to lose 10 pounds before the fair, so when I gain 10 pounds during it, it won't be as big a problem. I'm actually going to wear the mascot costume in the parade because I'm thinking it will help me drop any added weight.
Well, we just heard Kim from Snap Fitness, be careful in the heat.
I know.
So
I think
maybe next week we'll do mascot costumes
We might
in the
be
heat.
riding instead of running.
You want to give a rundown for everybody when everything starts and how long the fair goes?
Sure, yep. It started last night. We go through the 27th. Today the Midway opens at noon. We have the Monster Truck Throwdown tonight in the grandstands at 7 o'clock, and the tickets are still available at the grandstand. We also have Centerville on tonight at 7 o'clock on our free stage, which is free to watch.
And you don't have to pay to get in. You only pay by the car. You want to walk this over to Troy to thank him for his hard work?
There
Guys,
you
that's
go.
a story from the Ionia Free Fair. You got it. The lemonade is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And Troy and I are going to run home now. We've had so many of them. We don't need the truck anymore.
Sounds like a plan.
I'd like to see that.
If you want to sample the food, speaking of sampling the food, thank you again, Leanne, for the lollipop here. Each serving is 1/4 of a piece and has 0% of our recommended daily allowance of vitamins A, C, calcium, iron, and all that. So it's
ingredients:
stuff.
sugar, corn syrup. It's actually 27 grams of sugar per quarter piece.
Good thing the gal from Holland Hospital was gone talking about living healthy before you presented us with these.